Hi, everybody. Hopefully this is actually live now. We shall see. It's still telling me it's waiting for me over on YouTube. So annoying. But it is the last Wednesday of the month, and that means that it is Design Bundles Dollar Deals Day, which is a really fun one. There is all sorts of great little deals to get. You can get fonts and SVGs and all sorts of files that you can get for free. Now this still says it's waiting for me, and I don't know why, even though it does say it says live over here. It says I've been live for 9-10 seconds. So this is the back end of YouTube, just so you guys know. This is how I'm checking to make sure that I am in fact live, but I don't understand why it's not showing me my live on my YouTube. It's whatever. But if you can hear me, if you can see me, let me know. I know there's a couple of you in here. It says that there's a few of you, so hopefully this will populate in just a second. There we go. Now it's telling me I am live. I don't know. Sometimes it's a little bit laggy, especially like I've noticed if I have been doing like a lot of work on my computer that day, it tends to be a little bit laggy. But I believe we are here. I believe we are ready to go. So I'm excited. Good morning, Kristen. Now we have some really cute designs, and they definitely focused a lot on Christmas because Christmas is really actually coming up. And if you're a crafter, hi Melinda, then you know, hi Phyllis, then you know that crafting is like the thing. Hi Cookie. I hope you guys are all so well today. So they focused a lot on Christmas, but what I think is cool is there are some here that are definitely not Christmassy. They can be used for all sorts of times of the year. And I think there's some stuff in here that would make like really great stocking stuffers and gift makers, all sorts of things. So because we do have 44 deals, actually there's 42 deals. Sorry, I can count today. There are 42 deals, and I want to start going through them because there are so many. Hi, Linda. Hi, Belinda. Hi, everybody. Good morning. I hope you're all well today. So this one here I thought was really, really cute. So this is a car mirror quote. Now, I want to be the one to say this. Not all states allow you to have anything on your rear view mirror, meaning you can't hang anything from them or put a sticker on them. However, while these are sort of designed to go on the mirror because it's like kind of smallish, you can resize these and put them on anything that you want to. So if you like the style of them, they could go on a shirt. They could go on your car anywhere that you wanted to, as long as it's within like the legal limits of your state. So I just want you to be aware of that. Hi, Pensive Jules. Hi, hi, hi. I hope you're all well today. So this one is like a really cute set of designs. They're all within like that same vibe. And like I said, just because they call it car mirror quotes doesn't mean we have to put them on our car mirror, and we may not be able to. But what I really like about them is that I do think they're really versatile, but these could also be just like a really great decal that you could make and throw in a stocking for somebody. You could make these and put them on like a little notebook. This could be something that you hand out if you know that somebody's just having a bad day. You could easily just make a little sticker out of this, and it would be so easy. Your first time here? Well, hello and welcome. So happy to have you. We hang out. If you have questions, feel free to shout them out in the chat. I'm always checking the chat. We are going to be looking at all the deals with design bundles, and I like to try to like kind of talk through some ideas on ways to use them, because sometimes I feel like if you see their mock-ups and stuff, you think, oh, that's really the only way to use it. But there's tons of other ways, kind of like with these, which I feel like you can use in so many different ways. I love the style of them. I think they're really cute. It's not like overly done. They're pretty simple, but I think that I love how well they match. So there's a lot of ways to use these. So don't just have to think about them as a car mirror decal. So for this one here, this is a really cute one. I thought these dogs were funny. This is a quirky Christmas dog sublimation bundle, and you get 61 dogs. And what I think is cool is while they do lend themselves to like a specific breed, they're so goofy that I feel like they don't have to be like that specific breed. And what's cool is they're all individual images, so you can create kind of your own grouping or your own designs. So you could take one of these dogs, add like a little background to it, add some words to it, whatever you may want to do, and you can print this out. You can use this with sublimation, DTF, UV DTF, print and cut. These would be so cute as like a Christmas card. So these would be so dang adorable, like so many ways to use them. And I just love their little faces. I think they're so cute. Like this little confused dog, he's like, why are these Christmas lights on me? But I just thought they were precious and so well done. And like, here's a really great example. You could honestly just take one of these, print it out, frame it, and it's a great little Christmas decoration or a sweet little gift. Maybe this is like your friend's dog and his name's Winston, and you wanted to put like Merry Christmas from Winston on this. You could do that. You could add to this. So you don't just have to like look at it as, oh, it's just pictures of dogs. You can really jazz this up in any way that you want to. Like here's a picture of it on a shirt. A mug would be really cute. So you get a bunch of different dogs in that. I think those are so adorable. I don't need them, but I really love them. And I think they would be so fun to do something with. Now this here is a Thanksgiving postage stamp bundle. And so these are going to be SVGs, PNGs, and the EPS designs. I don't remember what program EPS works with, but the SVG and the PNG are really all you'll need, regardless of like what program you're working with. Those will work fine. Now with this one, you get 45 designs, and these little stamp designs have been pretty popular. They're definitely like uptrending, and I think they're really, really cute because while they look like stamps, they could be used very well as like a little stamp decor piece, but you can really put them on anything that you want to. Like this one shows you like on a t-shirt, so it would make a super cute t-shirt design, but these would be cute on things like mugs. You could put this on like a clear plate on the back of it, and then you could serve your turkey on it, your rolls, whatever you may be. But just remember, vinyl is not food safe, so you want to use a clear plate and make sure you mirror your design. But these could be really cute in a lot of ways. Like they're showing it on t-shirts, but like tea towels, these could even make cute little garden flags, signs, all sorts of different ways to use these. Maybe on like a little baby onesie, like this one would be really, really cute. You've got so many different like cute designs. And while they're showing them in these colors, you can use whatever colors you want to, whatever colors fit your aesthetic. So you can do this in so many different ways. Now, what's cool about this too is you can always do these as a print and cut project as well. You could just add an offset and make them into little stickers. Maybe you've got kids coming over for Christmas, for Thanksgiving. These could make really fun little coloring pages as well for them. So there's a lot of ways to use them. And I just thought they were cute. I think they're really well done. I think they're super adorable. There's a lot of different styles too. Like you've got different turkey styles. You've got some that are like religious. You've got different pumpkins and plates and all sorts of stuff. So you're getting 45 designs. And I think that's such a good deal. It's a little over a penny a design, right? Or no, 2 pennies a design. Little over 2 cents a design, which is such a good deal. I think EPS is an Adobe thing. I don't use Adobe too much except to edit, but I think you're right. Now this one here is a Funny Christmas SVG bundle. So this one is a bunch of like cute little characters with some Christmas quotes. And I think these are really, really cute. Now these are high quality SVGs, PNGs, JPGs, EPS, all the things. So you can use them in any way that you want to, any type of, project these are going to work with. And I just thought these were really, really fun because I thought the designs were super cute and a little bit unique. Like this one, I'm not going to say what it says, but I thought that one was really funny. Obviously more adult, but still very cute. Like, let's get frosted. That little snowman is so cute. And what's fun about this, let's say you don't like the wording on it, but you love that little snowman. Maybe you wanted to say, let it snow. Maybe you want to say, let's go skating. Whatever you may want it to say, you can remove those words using things like contour, slice, or group, depending on how the design is made. And you can just use the snowman and add something else to it. So if you just don't like the wording, or maybe you like the wording and you want a different character, you can do that because these are SVGs and you're able to kind of pull them apart and change them up. Like, look at that one. The little duck face taking a selfie. So cute. The little snowman. Let's get lit. You've got stop staring at my packages. Oh my goodness. But again, yeah, they're not necessarily kid safe, but if you wanted to change it up, maybe your kid really likes that snowman, just change the words. It's really, really cute. The only list I'm on is blocked. Funny. Like, they're really cute. Coffee club. So they've got a lot of really great little detailed designs, and I think these are so fun. I think they did a really great job. Like, I love this little snowman. Like, this would be so cute on little baby onesie, and maybe baby's first Christmas or something. But keep in mind that when you get designs, you don't have to keep them exactly the way they have them. If it's not like your style or your aesthetic, you can change up things like colors and wording and things like that to make them a little bit more you. Like that one, hilarious. Love that. So these are really, really fun. You're getting quite a few designs for the price. There's 16 different designs for $1. So I think that one's a really good deal. Again, not something I need, but I do really like that one. Now, I looked at this one earlier because I wanted to see what these laser files were like, because keeping in mind that I know some of you do have lasers, but I know a lot of you don't, and that's totally okay. And some of the files that they make for lasers, you can use with your Cricut. You just have to be a little creative, or maybe just understand that it's not going to be cut with wood. So for this one, they do have a few designs that probably are not going to work great, which are going to be pretty much everything on this page, just not really going to work. But they have a few simpler designs. Again, like this page, probably none of those are really for us, but they have a couple simpler designs that I think would work just fine. Like something like this one, this is a lot of painting. So you could just have your Cricut write it out and then you could color it in. But they also have some that are just like single layer snowflakes that are in here that would work really well. It's just a matter of kind of finding a file that doesn't have a lot of layers. These stencil ones right here would work. You could cut those with cardstock or Mylar film or whatever. And then this here, I don't think would work, but I love it. But I think the way it clicks together, you can't do that with cardstock. But there are some files in here, like these little snowflakes. You could cut those for sure. So if those are like a style you're looking for. But yeah, a lot of those are just not going to work with Cricut, but some of them do, which I think is kind of nice. Now here, this is a Christmas window stencil template bundle. So if you've ever seen like the frosted like snow spray, I don't know what to call it, snow spray. I think it's snow spray. But anyways, that's what these would be like used for. But let me tell you a quick little secret. Yes, are these stencils? Sure. But they don't have to just be used as a stencil. Instead of weeding out this center part here, you could weed the background off and then you would have this Santa design, and you could use some frosted vinyl or regular vinyl to put on a window and decorate with. You could get like window cling, things like that. So you could still cut these designs and use them traditionally like you could with any other type of vinyl. So if these are like the aesthetic you want to go for and you don't necessarily want to use them as a stencil, just weed them the opposite way. So again, take the background off and keep all the parts where you can see the wood, and that'll help you, and you can do them like a stencil. They also have these Santa boots, which are really easy. And again, you could cut those with Mylar film, cardstock, whatever you may have, and create those little snow prints if you want to. But those are really cute, and there are ways to use them if you're not going to do a stencil. That's one thing that's great about like stencils. Really, you can use them either way. Now this here is a Coffee Lovers SVG bundle. I think people are popping on because I just clicked it and it didn't want to open. It's going a little slow. That's okay. I think we're almost at noon, which also sometimes makes the site go just a little slow. Now this here is 16 designs. Now I think this is from the same designer, if I recall, of the little cute like snowmen and reindeer for the Christmas ones. So the aesthetic is going to be very similar, but I think that this one is really cute because this is like designs that you could use year round, which I think is great because you're going to be able to make things with this for all year long. You know, if you're somebody who sells, or maybe you're looking for some different things that you could make for Christmas time that aren't necessarily just Christmas designs, this is a great option. And I think they're really, really cute. I love the aesthetic of them. I think they do a nice job here. The fonts are great. They're all very like in tune with each other. They very much like go together. So if you're looking for something that's going to keep your aesthetic, this is definitely a great option. And 16 designs, you got a lot to choose from, which I think is awesome. Now here we have a Christmas fonts bundle, and this one has 20 fonts, and they call them Christmas fonts, but let's be honest, we all know that regardless of what the font is called or things like that, it doesn't necessarily have to be used for just Christmas. Now I saw some really cute fonts in this one that I think would work all year round, and you don't have to worry about them looking like they're made for Christmas. They all have like a very cute aesthetic, but they don't just scream Christmas to me. There are so many ways to use these. Now, you can see here, like this one says Home Sweet Home. Yeah, it's got this little reindeer here, but you could make that any time of year. So I feel like these are very open to different times of year, different styles, whatever you want to use them for. I just feel like this is a good deal. Fonts are expensive. And especially if you want a commercial use license with them, they can get really, really pricey. But this is $1 for 20 fonts, and that's a really good deal for fonts with commercial use license. Hi, Margie. How are you? I hope you are well. So yeah, that is a really good deal. I don't probably need them, but I might come back for them. Remind me at the end. I might come back for those. Now this one here, they call this a kitchen cutting board bundle, but it's really just PNGs that you can use for anything. Now they assume that you're going to sublimate these onto sublimation cutting boards, but again, you can really use them in any way that you want to, and I think that's really fun. These are very like fall coated, but I love that they're using that teal in them to really bring out some bright colors. You've got some really cute pumpkin designs. Now these would be really beautiful placemats as well. So if you want to have like some really cutesy placemats for your Thanksgiving table or your fall table, these would be perfect for that. And you can definitely get sublimation placemats. I have seen them and they come out really, really lovely. There is a little bit of like an aesthetic kind of, I think, for everybody. We've got more of like the oranges. They've got a lot of different like styles with the florals and the pumpkins. This is really cute too, these measuring conversion ones. These actually would be like a really cute gift as well. And again, you can put these on like a kitchen towel. You could make these into a sign. You could still use them as a cutting board. I just bumped my screen. You can still use them as a cutting board. There's a lot of ways that you can use these. And I just love the colors of these. I think they are so stinking fun. Like this one here, I think this design would be perfect for a little sign or a little like kitchen towel. I just thought those were really, really cute and would like kind of jazz up your kitchen. The cows are of course adorable. I love them so much. I especially love this little baby one that says blessed. So stinking cute. And then we've got this one with like the sunflowers and the wine. These also would be like a really great hostess gift. So if you are going to a Thanksgiving dinner and you don't want to go empty-handed, make something with one of these designs, whether maybe it's a placemat or a sign or whatever. These would be really, really cute for that. And I just feel like it would be such a nice appreciated gift. But a cutting board is also such a good idea for a gift. Sorry, my phone just went off and that was probably really loud. But yeah, these are really pretty. I love them. So many ways that you could use those that are not just cutting boards. Now this one here is absolutely laser only. The way that this is set up and connects together, it won't work with your Cricut. But if you have a laser, these are so stinking cute. And I just love how like the aesthetic is on them. This, you can see here that it kind of shows you what your cut is going to look like. And it has these little dots. Those little dots are where it's going to interlock and you're going to glue it together, which is why this won't work with a Cricut because you can't do that with cardstock. It just won't hold together correctly. But this is a really fun idea. There's a lot that you can do with this. This would make a great little gift for somebody. Again, a perfect hostess gift. Maybe you're going to have some friends over. This would be so cute to put on your table. Lots of ways to use those, but I just thought those were really cute. But again, those are laser files that just sadly won't work with a Cricut. Now this one here is what they call a seamless pattern bundle. So what can you do with seamless patterns, my friend? Just about anything that you want to. These make great backgrounds for tumblers. They also make great backgrounds for like stickers and things like that. You can also create your own pattern vinyl with these. You can create your own pattern designs. You can fill fonts with this. So there's a lot of ways to use these patterns. These would be cute for like the backgrounds on Christmas ornaments. You could print these out on some paper and decoupage them to something. So there's a lot of ways that you can use a design like this. Patterns are a really fun thing to play with and to kind of figure out how to make different designs. But these would be very, very cute on like tumblers and stuff. I think the background is precious. And then you could add your own things. Now, I'm a little confused by the threads and I'm wondering if those aren't there, if that's just like their watermark on them. But these are seamless. So meaning that if I were to like fold this over, as long as I don't change it, it'll print perfectly so that everything should line up correctly. But these are really cute. I love the aesthetic of them other than the weird thread, but I think that's just a watermark thing with them. But I do think these are so fun. I love that they have a couple of different like aesthetics. This would be like a simmer pot, so cute. Poinsettias are gorgeous. You've got some holly, pine cones, cupcakes. So these are really cute. I like these. These are fun. I don't need those, but I do think they're fun. You're getting a lot, and this is also from that same designer that did the coffee one and the Christmas one. And in this one, it says you get, how many? Does it say? Does it say? Am I blind? I don't know. 23. I found it. You get 23 seamless patterns. So that's such a cute idea. Yeah, this would be fun for puzzles too. This one here is a mystical mushroom SVG. This looks like it's got like some celestial things, some crystals, some moons. Very fun aesthetic. This is a really cute design. I love the little filigree on the moon. I think that's super pretty. I love the like thickness of the lines as well, because I think that's going to cut really well on a CRICUT and weed nicely. Even though this is really detailed, it's got a nice thick line. It's got nice thick dots. So that would be really easy to weed. I think these are really cool. I love all the swirly lines and the dots. I just think these are so fun. They're very unique, which is something else that I like. I don't love when, you know, designers put out the same thing that everyone else is putting out. I love that this one has a little bit different kind of vibe to it. I think that's really, really fun. Now, again, you can cut these in any color that you want to, any style that you want to, and place them on literally anything that you want to. Like this one here with the moon and the sun. I love the look of that. I think that's so cute. And I'm like, you could do so much with that. You could print and cut that. You could do all sorts of fun things. Make stickers. You could make car decals, put these on shirts, tote bags, all sorts of really fun things that you can do with these. But those are really pretty. You get quite a few in this one as well. You're getting 38 designs. So that's a lot of designs. Now this one here is a Christmas coloring page bundle. They come in the JPG format. However, what's fun about something like this is while they're made just really basically for you to print them out on your computer and then have your kids or whoever color them, that's one way to use them. But if you want to like make yourself go just a little crazy, you could technically remove the background on these and cut them on vinyl or HTV. Now, weeding them might be a little bit of a pain, but it could look really cool. But what else is really fun and something that I did a while back and I tested, take one of your coloring pages, print it with your sublimation printer, sublimate it on to a t-shirt, and then you can use it as like a coloring t-shirt. Now you need to make sure that the markers that you get are made to work on polyester. Fabric markers will work on cotton, but some of them don't work on polyester, so you'll want to check that. But what a fun way to do something like this. What a fun way to make a little coloring shirt. You can also obviously just print them and color them in. There's lots of ways to use these, but I think the designs are really cute. I think they're like in the world of like medium complicated where like an older kid could color them and you'd have no problem. But you're getting quite a few of those. Did I say how many? 160 pages. So you get a lot of pages to use and choose from. This one here is Christian Fall Designs. This is 28 PNGs. So meaning that these are specifically made for printing purposes, whether that is sublimation, DTF, UV DTF, printable HTV, stickers, cardstock. Maybe you want to make a card with them. Maybe you want to make a mug and you're going to use UV DTF prints. There's a lot of ways to use these. So you can kind of just have a good time and make whatever you want. But this is not something that's going to cut on a vinyl product unless it's printable vinyl or printable HTV. So with this one, you're getting 28 different PNGs. These are all going to be obviously religious based. We've got lots of crosses. We've got the little trucks. They show here on a kitchen towel, which could be a really great way to use these. Again, a wonderful hostess gift. Maybe something that you want to make to gift somebody at church, something like that. They're really, really good for that type of stuff. You've got all sorts of different designs. They're very all within that same, again, aesthetic, but they give you a really bigger, broader, option with these because you can use these in so many different ways. Like these would be perfect DTF prints. And what's cool about DTF is you can put this on fabric, of course, but did you know that DTF can also go on wood? So maybe you want to make a wood round and you want to put some DTF on it. You can put one of these on there and it looks so good. I did that with a live video that I did over on TikTok and it came out so cute. So I'm going to make a full video on YouTube about putting DTF on wood. And we're going to compare like DTF and UV DTF on wood because I just think that'll be really fun. But these are so cute. They're so fun. Love the colors. Again, you're getting a ton of designs in this. I think we said, what, 28? So a lot of great designs in that one. Thank you, Margie, for sharing that video. That one's really, really fun. Blinn said, I've printed them out for sublimation on copy paper, then used the hand sub markers to color them in. Oh, that's a great idea. That would be a really fun way to do that with those coloring pages. I always forget about just printing it out and coloring it with sublimation markers. Mine all dried up because I haven't used them in years, but that is a really fun idea. I love that. Now here we have 24 Christmas skeleton tarot cards. Now tarot card designs have been pretty popular for several years, but I'm seeing a lot more of them. So I definitely think they're on the uptick of like trendy. Now this one, again, you're getting 24 designs and I just thought these were really funny. Like the reindeer wrangler, I just thought these were just kind of hilarious. Now, again, you can use these in lots of different ways. These are made to be used with vinyl, with print and cut. You can use them in all the ways that you want to use them. You're really not limited. And I just think they're funny. So if you're somebody, or maybe you know somebody who's into the tarot, or you just think the designs are cute, these would be really, really fun. Like I love the eggnog drinker because that's totally me. My husband hates eggnog, but that's like the one thing for me that like makes it Christmas. You got carol singers. This one here, the snow globe collector. Last minute shopper. That one would be really funny to wear on Christmas Eve if you do like last minute Christmas Eve shopping. Cozy pajamas. Gingerbread architect, definitely not me. We build with graham crackers. The midnight snacker, hilarious. These are so funny. The cookie baker. We got Santa's helper. The candy cane spirit. The sleigh rider. Hot cocoa. Ugly sweater. Christmas tree hugger. That's funny. The present snooper. So there's a bunch. So you get a lot. And the aesthetic on those, again, very similar to each other, which is really, really nice. Now this one here is called the Funny Christmas Bundle. You're getting 36 designs, and this one has SVG, DXF, EPS, PNG, and PDF. So you get all the types for whatever you want to do with them. And these are all going to be cute little animals, and they have little silly sayings under them. And again, you get 36 of these. So you got a couple meowy Christmas designs with a couple different like cat designs. So maybe one of the cat designs is one that you really like. I really like the ones with them in the boxes. I think those are cute. Then you've got this one which says Fleas Navidad with the dogs in a couple different versions. You have some chickens and it says Merry Chickmas. We have some dinosaurs which says Merry Rexmas. If you guys don't know, I love dinosaurs. I love all things dinosaurs. I think that could be really, really fun. Then we've got cows, which is Fa La 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 Moo. We have some frogs, Merry, I think that one just says, oh, it says Happy Christmas. I couldn't read it. I'm blind. Happy Christmas. And then you have Holly Jolly Deer. And we have Merry Trashmas with some raccoons. We've got capybaras, Merry Capybaramas. We've got some goose. It says Merry Goosemas. So yeah, those are really, really fun. Super, super cute. Love those. How are you people not eggnog people? And then you're like candy corn people. What is wrong with your taste buds? Y'all got issues, man. All right, so for this one, this is a basketball clip art bundle. Again, it does say sublimation, but you can use PNGs in a lot of ways. Like I've always said, UV DTF, DTF, printable HTV, printable vinyl, printable sticker paper, whatever it may be. If it's a printable item, you can really use these. So sublimation designs for basketball. Now this one says you get 36 designs, and you can see here they show you a couple of different ways that they've used them: a keychain, a sweatshirt, and a mug. This one's gonna have a bunch of cute little designs. We got like basketball game day, basketball season, basketball mom. Sorry, can't, basketball by, dribble, shoot, score. So what I like about this is that this has some designs for somebody going to watch a game, somebody who is maybe just a fan of basketball, but also somebody who plays basketball. So you've really got kind of a good variety of different things that you can use these for. So it's not just basketball mom, basketball dad. It's I play basketball, I like basketball, things like that. So you can use these in a lot of ways with a lot of different people. So I think that's really great. I like when they have a variety of ways to use them. So you're not just stuck with like just the mom designs, because like truly, first off, how many basketball moms do you know? And then second off, how many basketball mom shirts can one woman own? It comes a lot, but that is a great deal. Now this one here is called the Christmas Reading Sublimation PNG. You're getting 40 designs. And now if you know somebody who is a reader, this could be a really cute way to send a card. I would put like something on the front of the card with one of these designs on it. And then maybe a cute little saying inside would be really cute. But they are adorable. Like there's ones with dragons, there's cats, skeletons, you've got Santa, owls, all sorts of different aesthetics here. You've got all sorts of little ones like books, blankets, and hot cocoa, cozy readers club. Maybe you're part of a book club. You could make some little bookmarks with these designs. You could make everybody a little tote to carry their books. What a cute little Christmas gift idea. And what's cool about these is they are really, really fun and colorful. Now, I like that they show them to you on a black background because this really makes them pop to me and really makes them stand out and show you that you can use these on any color design that you want to, as long as you're using something like a DTF print, because sublimation has to be done on light colors, and things like printable HTV, you'd have to use the 4 darks. And this has a lot of small pieces, which really isn't conducive to working with that. But these would be perfect for DTF prints. Or if you just want to stick them on the front of a card or something, or a bookmark, these would be really, really great. The dragons are super cute. Love the little sayings. Love how fun these are. Look, this one would be great on like a keychain with like a UV DTF. Lots of ways to use these designs. And I just think the aesthetic of them is really, really nice. I think that they are so, so cute. So lots of great designs in that one. Like I said, you're getting 40 designs, which is such a good deal. Now this here is the Christmas wine tumbler design bundle. So again, this doesn't have to go on a wine tumbler, but they're all going to be kind of wine themed. You're getting 30 designs in this one. Now, these would be funny as ornaments. Maybe you've got a group of friends and you guys like to go to wineries. Maybe you like wine yourself, but these could be really great ornaments too. So I feel like there's, again, a lot of ways to use this stuff that isn't just on a wine tumbler, though you could. But they're really cute. They're kind of funny. They're like cartoony, silly looking people with wine. I don't know how else to describe them. I mean, honestly, you can see what they look like. They're pretty funny. You've got like this little granny Christmas cheer. So fun. Maybe you've got a granny that's into wine. These would be a great little gift for them. Lots of cute designs. And like I said, you're getting quite a few in this one. You're getting 30, which again, a lot of designs, which I love when they bundle them and they have so many designs. Now this here is, again, another one of those like laser bundles. And it's going to really depend on how the file is set up. This comes with 12 designs, and these are really cool. I like them. I think they're nifty. And I do think that done correctly, you could use these with your CRICUT and cardstock. They're not going to be as thick and heavy, but you could still make these designs and use them. The only thing that you're going to need to make sure you do is like right here where this part is, where it is like hanging. You'll of course need to add some string or something, but they've added that here too. So, I mean, that's not really anything different. Now, here's how I can tell that you can use this with a CRICUT. Each of the layers is its own individual layer. There isn't any places where it is engraving or scoring on this. So you'd be able to cut this with cardstock, glue it together, foam tape it together, whatever you need to do. And then you could just use string to hold the pieces in place. Each of the designs is like that, where it's its own individual layers. So you could absolutely layer this up and make this for yourself or whoever, but you just have to use cardstock. But I think this would be really, really cute and a really fun design to make. And I think it would work really, really well with cardstock. It's just not, like I said, going to be as thick, but I do think it's nifty. And these are kind of like, I've noticed some of them, they're like zodiac signs, which I think is really cool. I never ever pay attention to the Aquarius one because I never remember which one it is. I think it potentially is that one. But I just thought these were really fun. So definitely a great item, especially if you're into the zodiac. I thought those were really pretty. You could absolutely add layers to a wood round if you wanted it a little bit heavier, for sure. You could definitely do that. You would just, again, have to cut it with like vinyl or cardstock, something like that. Your Cricut cannot cut wood like that. It just physically can't do it. Now this here, I thought these were really fun too. So again, if you're into the books, you're into the book aesthetic, these have been really popular, this style where they're kind of like a ticket. And these make really cute little like bookmarks and stuff. Again, great little stocking stuffers. Maybe you're a seller. These would sell really well, I think. Two for a couple dollars. This might be a great little way to kind of boost your sales or just, catch those people who maybe weren't going to buy something more expensive. These are really, really fun. But they come with 24 of them. They've got all sorts of different types of books. And I think that could be a really, really fun way to like just make something. Again, print and cut, but very, very cute. Here we have glass cutting boards. Again, same concept. You do not have to use them as cutting boards. I promise you don't. But you absolutely can. But look at how cute these are. And let's say, okay, you don't want the kitchen conversion chart. Just crop the image. You can use this side of something for something else. You can simply crop the images. So keep that in mind too. If this isn't something that you want with like the wording on it and you just want the design, you can do that. Or you can get rid of the design and use the conversion chart if you want to. Lots of options here, but they are really cute. I think they'd be fun in lots of different ways. Again, you could really use these for anything that you wanted to, any way that you wanted to. You could, again, chop this off and use this on a mug or whatever. Have fun with them. Don't feel like you're pigeonholed into just one design or one way to use it, but you're getting 26 designs in that, so you do get quite a few. Now this one here is another design that I thought was so fun and a little intimidating to me because I'm not great with paper crafts, but I thought this one was so cute. So this is a Christmas tree lantern, and these are made with cardstock and a battery-powered tea light. A lot of times vellum is involved as well. I don't know exactly if vellum is involved because I didn't look at these that closely. But all you do is you cut out the pieces and just kind of assemble it together. Now, what's really fun about these is they have a couple of different styles that you can make. So they've got like the little candy cane and ornaments and stuff. You've got a snowman. You've got that nativity scene. You've snowflakes, which would be fun to like leave up all year round. Now, like I said, I don't know exactly how this one is built, so I'm not sure if you need a layer of vellum. You probably don't, but these are really, really cute. I thought these were so fun. I think I am going to get those. I normally wouldn't because I don't love working with paper, but I do want to try those, so I thought those would be a really fun one. Now here we have they call it a towel design. Again, don't have to use it as towels. You're getting 47 Christmas designs, and they look like little stamps. So again, kind of like those Thanksgiving stamps, these could be used in a lot of ways. I feel like this would be such a fun sticker. It would be such a fun Christmas card, such a fun little design just on so many different things. A mug would be very cute with this. Maybe you have a little hot cocoa bar. One of these would be very cute on like some of the front of your jars. Maybe you just want to go with like a whole stamp aesthetic. Like look at that cute little penguin. Obsessed. So cute. Those are really great. Again, 47 designs. Such a good deal on that one. Now, this one is the same one that did like the funny animals one. So this one comes with 21 PNGs, and these are a little bit different than those. So you're getting some different designs. So this one is the Ho-Ho Squad with little Santas. You've got Jingle Hops with little froggies. Elfin' Around, creepy elves. I'm sorry, I think elves are creepy in all forms. Tremendous Christmas, hilarious. Merry Christmas with just some snowflakes. Baked with Love. Stuffed with Joy, that one's really cute. Reindeer Friends. Again, you don't have to use these as t-shirts. These can be used in lots of different ways. So I love the bows. I think that's cute. The little cups are cute. Mama Claus Crew, I can read. Snow Much Fun. Elf Yourself. Sweet Season. I really liked, they don't have a big picture of it, but they have like Quack the Bells, And then they have Jingleosaurus. I thought those were really cute, so I'm going to get that because I want that Jingleosaurus design. So here's the thing. If I were to go on Etsy and find a similar Jingleosaurus design, that design's probably going to cost me upwards of $2 to $3 for one single design. I'm going to buy it here for $1, and even if I only use that one design, it's still a really great deal. So even though you're thinking, okay, maybe I'm not going to use every single design in this, just to buy the single design is going to cost you probably more than buying the entire bundle. Now this here is 28 vintage farmhouse sign designs. Again, use these in lots of ways. These would be really cute kitchen towels. These would also be cute placemats. These would be cute cutting boards, Christmas cards, all sorts of things. So there's a lot of ways to use these, but they're kind of like they say vintage. You've got that dark red, that dark green, those kind of more muted colors because they're that vintage style. Oh my gosh, look at how cute he is. He's adorable. These would also be such cute garden signs as well. Look, guys, eggnog. You know what's not here? Candy corn. Eggnog. This one's really cute too, the Christmas Cafe. I like that one. That's adorable. You've got like a Santa delivery one. That could be cute on like a tote bag or a Santa sack if that's something you do in your house. You've got holiday wreaths for sale. Again, great for a garden flag. Like these would be very, very cute garden flags. I think the style is really cute. This could be so cute for like an elf on the shelf situation. You could print this out on some cardstock, put it in a picture frame, maybe have a few candies laying around, have your elf have a little candy store, reindeer feed and supply, really cute. Farm fresh Christmas trees, cut and carry. There's a little snowman, very, very cute. Christmas market, hot chocolate bar. Here's some like the ones that are more of like the landscape design style. So again, they've got a lot in this one. I don't remember, did I tell you how many? 28. So 28 vintage signs. What a cute selection. I think those are so adorable. Now this here, I saw this one and I did click on it because I thought the colors were really fun. And this takes me back to my childhood. So this is the retro 1990s sublimation bundle where you're getting 90 PNGs. Now here's the thing. I think these would be like the most fun stickers ever. So if you were doing like a holiday market or you just want some like extra like things to maybe pass out at a church event or maybe school, like your kids can't have treats. And I know a lot of schools don't allow food for treats for parties, but little stickers would be so fun. And I just thought these ones were so cute. Like, I'm sorry, cassette tapes, love it. Tamagotchi, love it. So cute. But these are very 1990s. I just think they're so fun. And these would be really fun on shirts too. And what's cool about these is obviously they're not Christmassy. So you can use these all year round, which I think is really fun. Oh my God, I had a phone just like this. That you had to pull the antenna out. But what's cool too, you do have some Christmassy ones. So if you wanted to make a Christmas shirt that was kind of into this 90s aesthetic, you can totally do that very easily. But there are some other designs that aren't just Christmas and can be used all year round. Like all of these, all year round. So cute, so fun. This obviously gonna be more Christmassy, but how fun is it? Like, oh my God, the candy cane on the controller, hilarious. I think these are fun. Look at the VHS tape. Oh my gosh, love that. Be kind, rewind. Let's remember, people. The boombox, the TV, roller skates. I mean, this just takes me back. Floppy disks. Oh my goodness. So this is just a really fun one. Like, I think these are so cute, so creative. Again, I love that you have some Christmassy things, but then you have ones that just can be used all year round. And you're getting a lot of designs. You're getting 90. Am I going to get those? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Y'all talked me into it. Now this here is another stamp one. Remember I said these stamps are trending. They are very trendy. So these stamp designs, you're going to be seeing them a lot. And this one is very cute. I love that it kind of gives off a little bit of a vintage vibe. And again, use these in lots of ways. You can put them on shirts, tote bags, whatever it may be, but there are lots of ways to use this. Again, these would be great little coloring pages as well. You could just simply print them out. They have space to color in. I think these could be used for lots of things, but I just thought these were so cute, adorable. Like this one, love that. It's really simple, but sometimes all you need is a really simple design. You don't need to go overboard and be crazy. Now, I don't think we need to click through all of those, but they are adorable. We got a few more to go. I think we've got, what, like 4 more. Well, I got 3.5 rows. Now this here is a laser cut design. However, let me show you how I know how this can be used. So obviously here it just looks like they are layered and cut out of wood. I'm going to show you this layer right here. So this right here, this green section is going to be something that is engraved or scored onto the design. However, I can see that it is all separate layers, and those lines are just to help you line things up. So you can absolutely 100% make these with your Cricut. Use some cardstock, use some foam, make these, and you can have these really cute little keys. What's cool is you could use these as Christmas ornaments, or you could put them as little hangers off of stockings. You could make them Santa's magic key. There's a lot of ways to use them, but you don't just have to cut them with a laser. These would be really fun in all sorts of different ways. So for sure, love these. If you're into the style of them, absolutely, totally worth it. I think 99% of them should work. This one looks like it's separate pieces still, but I can't be 100% certain. So while all of them may not be perfect for your Cricut, most of them should be, and I think you'll have no problem cutting those out. Now this here was a Christian Fall 40 design bundle. And this again is going to be for that print and cut, that UVDTF. And they have quite a few designs. They're all like into that orange and teal again kind of style. And again, I love that they show them on the black, because I do think the black really shows you those options. These would be so good for UVDTF and DTF prints because they have a lot of color. They have a lot of small pieces. Something like this is going to be great for that. These are so cute. You get, again, 40 designs for that $1. Such a nice bundle. Now this here is a Christmas gift card holder, and these would be made with cardstock. So perfect to use with your Cricut. These are really, really fun. They are pretty simple from what I can tell as far as like assembly and creating them. So if you're not great like with card projects like me, this one's perfect for you because it's just layering paper on top of paper and then just folding it. So it's all cut in a couple of different layers to create your designs. You can see here like the Christmas tree is 3 layers. And then what you do is you just layer them together, fold it, glue it down, and you've got a really cute gift card holder, which can always double as an ornament later on, or you can reuse it for next year, whatever. It's pretty cute. I think that's a fun one. Now this here, I love these types of fonts, and I do have a video coming. I don't think it's coming until December. I do have videos all the way out into December made, which is amazing. But I've got a video that's going to show you how to use a similar font like this. That one, again, I'm checking as to when it is coming. That one is coming the first weekend in December. But this one is really fun to work with because these are actually PNGs. So they're not gonna necessarily like be a font. Now this one does say that it's OTF and TTF. Those don't tend to work with your Cricut, but the PNG ones do. What's great is you get these little extra elements so that you can add to your designs. Now, what's fun is these come in so many different like colors and patterns. So here we've got little reindeer, snow, elves, snowmen, candy canes. So you can see here we've got all these different designs. You get 7 different types of fonts, and you can use these in a lot of ways. You can write out words, you can make stickers, ornaments. I'm going to be making a bookmark, an ornament, and a Christmas mug to show you how to use a font like this, but it's a really fun one to work with. Now this one is called the Black Friday Bundle Collection. You're getting 11 fonts. Now remember, everything that you get from design bundles does contain that commercial use license. So if you want to sell like a physical product that you've made with something, you can. And you are going to be legally protected. I always try to remind you guys throughout the thing because I sometimes forget that too. Which is what also makes this such a good deal because commercial use licenses can be very expensive, especially on fonts. Some of these fonts are like $15 a piece. So with this one, you're getting 11 different fonts. Now, again, yeah, they call it a Black Friday, but I think that's just because this is probably going to be something that they put on special before. But look at how cute these fonts are. I love this one. It's nice and thick without being too thick, so it's going to cut really well. This one's really pretty too. And what's cool is you could always contour it to fill in those spaces if you don't want it to cut like that. Definitely an option. This one here is really pretty. I love the swirls. And what's great is you're going to get those extra glyphs with these so that you're going to be able to create really pretty, fun designs. Black chocolate is one that I have previously, and I really do like the font. It's really pretty. Signature, love the little heart in the eye. And what's really fun about this is that, again, it's going to come with these extra little glyphs, which are the swirls and the swashes. Winter is a really pretty one as well. That one kind of gives me like wedding vibes, which I think is really pretty. And then we have this one called Scary Night. It's called a Halloween display font. But what's great about this is it doesn't necessarily look like it has to be used for Halloween. Bright is another really pretty one. It's a little bit thicker. Mickey, again with the heart, I love. So cute. We have Moking, I guess. Very cute. Love that. It's nice and thick and heavy. So if you're looking for something a little heavier, this one's really pretty with the hearts. Again, these are going to be extra glyphs that are included with your font because you are getting those commercial use fonts, which means that you get all of the items that you need to work with them, which I think is really fun. So those ones are really good. I love those fonts. Those are all really pretty. Now we have another font bundle. This one here calls the Retro Vibes Font Bundle. You're getting a whole bunch of different fonts. Now I'll click through these kind of quickly just because these are all pretty much going to work really well with your Cricut. Like you're not going to have to worry about them not working with your Cricut. Like they're going to look good. They're going to cut well. They're all very cute. Again, great aesthetic and a great variety of aesthetics in this bundle. So if you're looking for some extra fonts, some new fonts, this is a great little group to get because you're getting some regular, some script. You're getting some that might have some glyphs in them. So you're getting a good variety. Like I like this one a lot. I don't know. I think this is such a good deal. Like I said, if your fonts, like you need fonts, hit up the dollar deals because those are always such a good deal. Now this here is a Thanksgiving round sign bundle and it says suited for any material thickness. Now what I like about that is because we know we can cut these with the Cricut. Now they do show them as a little more 3D and cut with more of a laser style, but you can absolutely make these with your Cricut. Now, am I insane enough to want to make this pie one? Yes, I am. I am going to get this bundle, and I knew I was going to get this bundle when I saw this because I'm obsessed with this little design here. And what's cool about these is even though these are technically made to be cut out of materials, you can send the SVG to be sent out as a UV-DTF or a DTF print, which I think is really fun. But what I love about it is that it's so easy to work with these. I have files from this designer and they are very easy to work with. They have all sorts of great designs. These are just so cute. I think they're fun. This little pie one is also cute. But again, you can really make these with vinyl, with cardstock, with wood, if you have a laser. So don't feel like you're out of this bundle because it looks laser cut. Now again, am I getting it for that pie? I am getting it for the pie. Now this one here is a 100 ornament bundle. So you're getting 100 Christmas ornaments, SVGs, EPS, DP, DX, all the things. Now, will these cut with your Cricut? Yes, they will. Will these cut with a laser? Yes, they will. Can I use these with cardstock? Absolutely. Can I use these with vinyl? Absolutely. You can use these with any material that you want to. Now, some of them are going to be a little bit more intricate than others, and some of them may not work amazing with cardstock just because, like, with this one, we've got these fine little lines up here. That may not be the best option, but it can definitely work. And especially if you layer it so that it's like 2 pieces of cardstock or a few pieces of cardstock, you can make that a little thicker and heavier, and it can help keep it a little more stable. But we've got some beautiful snowflakes, some snowmen, Santas, all the things. Reindeer, you've got like this little wolfy thing, fox, whatever it may be, I don't know. But these are all made to be all one piece. So it looks really intricate and it looks like it's lots of different pieces. But when it's actually cut out, it's all held together as one single piece. So there's a lot of really cool designs in this one. And I just think that this is such a fun little design. You've got a little bit of everything in there, from trains and religious ones to cats and dogs and reindeer. That's a really good one. And it's a penny a design. And there's a lot you can do with those. So I think that one's really cute. Now this one here is the layered paper cut shadow box. And if you know me, you know I love me a good shadow box. I think they're really fun. You're getting 62 designs, and these are all like winter and Christmas themed. And what I love about that is if it's winter themed, sure, put it out for Christmas, but you don't have to put it away after Christmas. You can just leave it out. So this one here, you can see it's got all these different layers. You've got the dark green, a lighter green, yellow, orange, red, and white. Now, you can do these in any color schemes that you want to, so don't feel like they just, you have to follow theirs. If maybe your Christmas is more golds and silvers and blues, you can change the colors out to match your designs and your colors and whatever you want it to be, which I think is super fun. Like this one here is kind of more of just like a winter theme. And you can say that they kept that to the blues and the grays. You've got this one that's very Christmassy because it's Santa Claus. But all this is just pieces of paper cut, layered on top of each other to create these fun layered designs. Now, I do have a video coming very soon, actually. I'm not exactly sure what day, but I will look. That is going to teach you how to make your own layered design. Not like this, but we're going to do a fun mandala. That's coming on November 5th. So that's going to be a really fun video too. And it's really satisfying to make, like when you actually make them and you look at it when it's done, you're like, wow, that's really cool. I can't believe I made that. I have videos on how to make shadow boxes like these as well, but they're much older. I should really update those. But you've got like deer and fox and all sorts of things in this one. So I think this is a really good deal, especially with 62 of them. You're getting a lot to choose from, which is really, really nice. Oh yeah, add some sparkle, some glitter paper. That would be really pretty too. This here is a vintage Christmas PNG sublimation bundle. So again, this is going to be kept into those more muted tones. This one looks like it's kind of got like a vintage paper feel. I almost feel like it's like a vintage paper, which I think is really cool. You've got a couple different like designs. We've got lots of flannel, lots of gingham. Looks like we've got like some Santas, a Coco. These would be really cute in so many different ways, especially if you don't want to like be screaming Christmas. You still want to have a little Christmas, like this little star. Doesn't really scream Christmas, but like it is Christmas and it's very cute. This tree feels very vintage to me. I really like the ornament as well. These are very, very pretty. You've got the nutcracker. Such cute designs, and I think again a lot of ways to use them, so it's not just like slap it on to something. You could really make something really beautiful with those. I think those are really cool. Now this one is a big round sign bundle, and this says it's got more than 160 designs. And what I love about these is, again, they don't just have to go on a wood round. For the love of all, put these on whatever you want to. Put them on mugs, put them on t-shirts, put them on, I don't know, coasters. I don't know, my brain went blank, but you can use these in so many ways. And these are not just Christmassy. Like this isn't Christmassy at all. Not. You can use this any time of year. This one, obviously, quite Christmassy. It's a religious one, but it is beautiful. And again, you can use these in a lot of ways. Like this away in the manger one, perfect. You can use that on anything. Wise men, perfect. Use it on anything. Even though they're round, they don't have to go on a wood round. This one here is kind of more traditional Christmas. And look at this. This one's not even round, so you don't have to do that. I mean, so cute. Here's some other ones, some more like traditional Christmas. We have a whole bunch. My goodness, I can't even read them all. Baby's first Christmas. So again, great for ornaments. Maybe a onesie. Now this one you'd have to change the date on it, but that'd be easy enough to do. Here's, again, some that are not necessarily round that you can use. So there's so many ways to use these, and there are so many designs in this one. I'm going to click through them a little quickly just because there are a lot in this set. Yeah, more than 160. That's such a good deal. That's less than a penny a design, which is such a good deal. Now, again, more fonts. This one has 9 handwritten fonts. These are cute and cursive, and they are very cute. So we'll just kind of click through these. Now, what I love about these ones, again, they look like they're going to cut really well with vinyl or HTV, but you can, again, use them for other things as well. It's not just that you have to cut them out. These will work with UV DTF and DTF prints. They'll work with print and cut. So if you find a font that you like, you can use it in any way that you want, and you don't just have to use it with a Cricut. What's great is you can put this into places like Canva. You can put this into your Word documents if you're, something like that, or into your email. So there's a lot of ways to use these fonts. All right, last two, my friends, last two. This one here is called the Christmas Amazing Bundle, and this has 50 plus fonts. That's a lot of freaking fonts for $1. Like, for real, such a good deal. Now, again, I'll click through these pretty quickly just so we can kind of look at them. But there are some, like this one here, is not going to really work well with a Cricut because it's more of a brushstroke style, but great font for print and cut. Again, we've got some that are called Christmas designs, but they don't have to be just a Christmas font. I have one that I use all the time that's called Christmas Spirit, and it's not Christmassy at all. So don't just get pigeonholed because it's called Christmas. Use it for whatever you want. Looks like some of these are going to come with some really cute extra glyphs as well. So you do have a lot of great little options with these. And you're getting so many fonts in this one. Like, if you're going to buy one font bundle, this would probably be the one I would suggest if you're looking to really up the amount of fonts that you have, because there's a lot in this one. And I think it's a good variety too. I'm seeing a lot of different designs. I'm seeing a lot of cool little glyphs and hearts and things. Like, that one's really fun. This one, beautiful with the little hearts. There are, oh my goodness, look at this. Look at that one. That's festive. That one's really pretty. I like that one a lot. So yeah, tons of fonts in that one. I mean, my goodness, people. You could go crazy with that one. Now, this one is one that I also really like. So these are bookmarks. And what's fun about these is you can cut these with cardstock, or of course, or foam, or whatever you may have you. But you can also use these in a laser. And they're 2 layers, and you have one solid layer that's going to kind of help that design stand out. And then you have the fun, intricate cut layer. And what's great is you can really make these as colorful as you want to. It would be really fun to use maybe like a colored ombre paper or a color pattern paper, something like that behind some of these to really bring out the design. But what's cool is, like, this does not scream Christmas. These are just leaves and berries. Doesn't scream Christmas to me at all. These, Christmassy, wintry, perfect, cute if you want to do Christmas designs. This one, very Christmassy. But I love that it has some that don't feel quite as steeped in the holiday. So maybe you don't want to make anything Christmassy, but you've got those little leaves. And look at that. I don't think that looks Christmassy at all. Now, you could absolutely add it a little Christmassy by adding like a Christmas colored paper, something like that. These would be great with that glitter cardstock as well, like Margie mentioned. These would be so pretty. Maybe some green glitter cardstock behind that. Or you do the green glittered cardstock on the front and maybe like a blue or a yellow or something like that to make the tree stand out. Whatever works for you. But you can really kind of jazz these up by using different colors and different styles of paper and designs and things like that. And you can really make this very your own and super, super cute. Like, I love that one, but that's cute with the little reindeer. Lots of fun designs on this one. I feel like these bookmarks are adorable. They look like they would cut really well as well. And you're getting 20 different designs. And like I said, quite a few of those are very not Christmassy. Now, I found 4 things that I wanted, and I told you guys to remind me that there was something else that I thought I might want. Which one was it? Guys, can you remember? Because now I'm thinking I don't remember. You guys are going to have to remind me. Because I don't remember. Was it Thanksgiving stamps? I don't think so, because I can't see myself using those. And was it the Christmas font bundle? Oh, I think it was. All right. I'm getting that too. We're going to add that too. But there is so many fun designs in this design bundles deal today. Now, as always, you guys are going to get the little preview of what today's video is going to be. And today's video is a review of the new HTV Ront Auto Hat Press. And I have to tell you, I'm going to give you guys the lowdown. I absolutely love it. Like, it's so nice. I can't wait for you guys to see the video. I made a couple mistakes, and let me tell you, that press made it easy to correct those mistakes because of the way that it worked. I think it was just so, so good. Yeah, I think it was those fonts too, Margie. I'm going to grab them. But yeah, so that's going to be today's video. And then Saturday, November 1st is QR codes. I see a lot of people asking how they can make free QR codes and how they can use them with their Cricut. So we're going to show you 2 different ways to make some QR codes and how you can use them with your Cricut and some really fun things. So I'm excited for the next couple of videos. We've got so much more coming. There's there's just so much happening. So much happening. So yeah, I'm excited to share all of the new fun things with you. I'm pumped about Christmas coming, all the Christmas crafts. Now, I'll be honest, I don't have a ton of Christmas craft videos just because I don't want to bombard everybody with nothing but Christmas. I do have a few that are Christmas themed, but can be done with, any holiday or any event. But yeah, I do have some Christmas ones coming, but I'll do some Christmas shorts and reels and things, so you'll see those coming out as well. If you have any last minute questions, let me know. Always happy to answer those for you. But if not, I am going to hop off. I have to go feed my foster kittens. They were working on weaning, which is messy. They get a bath pretty much every day right now because they end up covered in their food. I think they probably wear about as much of it as they eat, but we're getting there. The goal is to have them weaned by mid next week. And if you don't know what weaning is, it means to get them off of the bottle. I'm sick of feeding them with the bottle. I have to be honest. It's exhausting. I get up in the middle of the night to feed them, and then I get up early to feed them. So I am basically tired 24/7, but it's worth it. They're very, very cute. If you want to see them, be sure to check out my Instagram because I do post them over there in my stories. And they are so stinking cute. I just can't even. But yeah, otherwise, I think I'm going to pop off. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. It has been a pleasure as always. Love you guys so much. I hope you all have a wonderful Halloween. If you're dressing up as something fun, please pop into like my Facebook or my Instagram or my TikTok or something and let me know. I love seeing everybody's costumes, especially those homemade ones. We all know we're crafty. So I want to see what everyone's dressing up as. All right. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And as always, happy crafting.